Hello everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Shagun Navada. I'm the founder of shagunnavada.in, which offers online courses on anti-money laundering, transaction monitoring, know your customer, screening, and other risk-related topics. Well, is this introduction enough? I don't think so, because a lot of you have approached me asking for a full introduction as to what I used to do before. I was the founding member of shagunnavada.in. So before I found shagunnavada.in, I became the founder of shagunnavada.in. I was working for one of the world's largest bank, which is HSBC. I worked there for 18 plus years. I joined there in 2005 October as an investigator, AML investigator basically, and then moved on to different roles within HSBC, like assistant manager, the manager operations, and there was also in the process specialist teams where I used to write procedures for anti-money laundering, and then finally again back to operations as an assistant vice president. I've managed various markets like UK, MENAT, and a couple of other European markets as well. Uh, I've also trained thousands of people in India, pan India, at HSBC and vendor locations, and also internationally in Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and managed a couple of projects in the UK. So that's about me. I resigned in HSBC last year, somewhere around March, and then I became the founder, the only founder of shagunnavada.in. So that's about me. All right, here we go. So let us look at a few frequently asked questions. I'll go ahead with the crowd favorite, which is what is AML and uh, what roles do companies offer in AML? Yeah. So AML is nothing but anti-money laundering. To explain it to you in simple terms, every bank account you open is monitored by the banks, and it is a regulatory requirement that every bank has its own AML monitoring policies, procedures, and systems in place because the every bank is supposed to do that. Yeah, so anti-money laundering. Now, what typically is the role of a AML investigator is that whenever there's some kind of unusual activity which happens in the bank account, then the system would pop up an alert, and the role of the AML investigator is to get into the transactions on that particular account and review the transactions to see whether these transactions are making any economic sense or is there any economic purpose for those transactions, and also are the amounts involved, in line with the customer's income. So, if at all the investigator finds that there is something suspicious and the amounts involved are too large, or the transactions from a customer A to customer B is not making any sense, or the amounts involved are high, there are too many counterparties involved, then the investigator is supposed to report it to the authorities. And on the other hand, if everything is in order, there's the source for the funds is legitimate, and there is the economic purpose for these transactions, and they are in line with the customer's income levels, and then the investigator would, in either of the scenarios, either close it as not suspicious or report it to the authorities. The investigator is supposed to write a comprehensive report and document that in your AML system. So that is, a high level overview of what the role of a AML investigator is. What roles do companies offer in the AML domain? So there are a lot of roles. For beginners, it could be AML investigator, AML analyst, KYC investigator, KYC analyst, transaction monitoring specialist. So there are various designations, but everything would fall under the broader domain, which is called as the risk domain, under which you have anti-money laundering, KYC, screening, and other risk-related roles, basically. The other question is, why is the career change important in the current market scenario? Of course, as you're aware, if you're doing a regular job, 9 to 5, wherein you're just involved in banking operations, or your regular work which you are doing, that is not going to stay forever, because now uh, artificial intelligence and machine learning are the go-to tools for all the corporates and banks. So it is important that you need to upgrade your skills, so that if at all there's an unforeseen circumstance and your job is no longer available in that particular company, then you'll have the skills to pursue uh, a career in other field streams, as well as With those skills, you will be market ready to adapt yourself into different type of work culture. Yeah, so that is the reason it is important that you upgrade your skills. And of course, also change in the domain. If at all you see that the current domain which you're working for, there are no growth opportunities, and don't you see yourself in the same position for 2, 3, 5 years down the line, and then it is high time that you change your career and acquire new skills. Then who can apply for this roles? Freshers who are graduates or postgraduates. You can apply for these roles, or experienced staff in the banking industry, or uh, in any other stream looking for a career change for growth in their career, as well as looking for a bigger compensation. Now, what are the skills required for these roles? You need to have excellent communication skills. When I say communication skills, it is not only verbal, but you need to have excellent written communication skills, because you need to understand that as an investigator, you'll be writing comprehensive reports, and these reports will be something which will be going outside of the bank. So it is as good as you are representing your bank in front of a third party or the authorities. So your English comprehension, your grammar, sentence formation, and the way you write the report should be absolutely spot on. Are there any online courses or certifications relevant to these roles? There are online courses which are internationally recognized, like you have ACAMS, which is the Association of Certified Anti-Money Laundering Specialists. You have ICA, which is International Compliance Association. Then within India, you have IIBF, which is Indian Institute of Banking and Finance. Now, these are professional certificates, but to get those certifications, what do you need to do? In either of the scenarios, if you want to go for professional certifications or you want to attend an interview for AML related roles, it is required that you go proper training just by doing Google searches and you doing your own preparation over the internet. That is not going to help, because the interviewer would make out within 5 minutes of the interview that you have no knowledge about AML or the risk domain. And similarly, when you are applying for the professional certifications, without proper training, it's very difficult to crack those. Believe me, majority of them, if they are not trained properly, they do not go through the interview or clear these certifications in the first attempt. So it is required that you get that proper training to crack the interviews or the professional certification. What pay packages can you expect in the AML domain? So pay packages, so just to give you an example, for a fresher, it could be around 6 lakhs. And if it's a senior analyst, then it could range somewhere between 6 to 12 lakhs. If it's a manager level investigator, it could be up to 18 lakhs. And from 18 to 35 will be for assistant vice president, and then so on and so forth. Yes, so the pay packages is very high because it's a very niche market. Not everyone knows what is AML, transaction monitoring, know your customer, due diligence, and other risk related roles. So, yeah, that's about your compensation. Now, what are the career prospects? So, when you join as an investigator and you grow up the ladder, you should aim to become, an expert in the risk domain. So, you can end up as a group auditor, or you can end up as a senior AML consultant. You can start your own freelance advisory business. There are a lot of career opportunities actually. You can open a tech company like I did. Uh, yes, so there are a lot of prospects. The only thing is that if you really need to have that passion and zeal to learn. Spend some time every week to upgrade yourself on the latest trends uh, and news in relation to AML across the globe. So that is very important uh, to be competitive in the market always. Okay, which companies offer these roles? So there are a lot of companies, mainly banks like HSBC, JP Morgan, State Street, your Wells Fargo, you name it, you get it. Every bank, like I told you, is supposed to have their own AML procedures in place. Apart from the banks, you also have third parties like TCS, Wipro, I think Sutherland. Genpact, various other third parties who take a subcontract from the major banks in the world. So yes, there are a lot of career opportunities in dealing with this. I hope I have answered all your questions. So that's it for today. So before I go, please, if you like my videos, like, follow me, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You need more career guidance, and if you're interested to join any of these courses, give me a call or WhatsApp me, the number which is being displayed there, and I'm more than happy to help you. That's it for today. Until we next time, take care of yourself. Bye for now.